Never know how you feeling, want me to guess it. How we go from fighting and yelling to sex.
Hey, it's your girl India Michelle here, back with another video on men who seek attention. But before we get into it, follow me on Instagram at India_Michelle and Snapchat India.94. Now let's get to it. So in this video of men who seek attention, this is not to bash men. This is just basically to acknowledge, why you seek attention, characteristics of men who seek attention. And it's not all men or all black men. I'm not here. It's not a bashing video, because women tend to seek attention too. But the difference between men and women, you're not a woman. Women generally seek attention because that's what we like. We like some type of form of attention from the opposite sex, or unless you're gay, but I'm not gay, so I can't speak on that. So that's kind of normal. That's kind of accepted in society for women to seek attention from other men. Now the only thing, it comes hand in hand when it's like negative attention, especially with women, is if it's like overly sexual just to get attention, or you're embarrassing yourself thinking it's something grand just so you can get some form of attention. But again, that's just women. Now when it comes to men, it's kind of like it makes you look real goofy, especially when you're at a certain age. When you're like 18, like 16, 18, 20, 22, it's like you're goofy, but it's kind of expected because you're still young. Like, yes, you're growing up to be an adult. You're not a child anymore, but it's kind of accepted. It's like, okay, he has a lot of growing up to do. But when you're like 24, but really 25 and older, still having this, I need this attention, I need this approval from people, so let me say this, let me say that on social media, or maybe even in public, in a public setting like work or whatever, just so I can get attention from men, other men, not in a gay way, but just attention, just so somebody can look at you. It's kind of like, damn, like how thirsty can you be? Like how, what type of upbringing do you have that you have to be so greedy for attention? It's like, okay, usually it could be a little deeper. Now I'm not saying all, but usually it has to do with men who are raised by single women. I'm not bashing single mothers. I was raised by a single mother, but at the same time, when you are raised by a single mother, especially a young single mother who was a teenager and she had to grow up and figure out life herself, and then 9 times out of 10 you wasn't raised by a strong male figure. Like, you probably had a granddad or stuff like that, but sometimes the father, somebody that's older but not grandpa old, not papa, somebody that can teach you life, like the game. Your granddad can. I'm not shitting on the grandparents, especially grandfathers, but there's somebody that can mentor you, to be a great man, so you won't have to have that type of mindset where you have to grab attention. Like, you see people on social media like just going off on these little rants, and sometimes it's not wrong with a little rant. I do rant sometimes, just for fun. But when it's to the point where it's like, okay, this guy's clearly looking for something. He's looking for some type of like, he wants his actions to be justified. He wants somebody to reach out to his on his DMs and say, oh, but what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you want, especially when it comes to getting females, men tend to go above and beyond to come off as this narcissistic man. And some women like that. Immature women kind of like that. It's like, it has like being a narcissist has a negative stigma to it that, a person like me, I don't have time for that. It's nothing wrong with thinking highly of yourself, but when it's kind of like you kind of coming off as an a-hole, then it's like, I'm cool on that. So usually they tend to gravitate to certain type of people, and in the long run, it's going to bash you. It's going to be not a good look for you at the end, because people are not going to want to deal with you. The older you get, you 40 years old, still doing stuff from 20 years ago or 15 years ago. It's like, well, damn, dude, when you going to grow up? So anything you have, whether you have a single mom, a single teenage mom, or, so you you haven't dealt with neglect from when you was a child, or whatever situation you dealt with in your past, deal with it, because you can't keep saying, oh well, I was neglected when I was 15 and you're 50. Like it's time to grow up. It's time to face it, deal with it. Like I mentioned it on my video. I can't think of the video right now, but I did mention that some men and women have to acknowledge whatever is troubling them to act the way they are now. The outside world might not know. People might have their own judgment as to why you act like that, but you have to think back to yourself and say, hey, what makes me the way I am? Why do I always seek attention when it's not really necessary? Why do I have to go above and beyond? So just tackle that. It's not going to be a long video. It's going to be a short video. But if you want me to go in depth, I can, but because I feel like I don't really need to go in depth. This kind of just this cut and dry. And also because I like my black men. Like I do these videos because I love my black men. I don't want to see. I mean, it's okay. I'm not issuing on interracial relationships, but in this society, in the dominant society, they're trying to break up black men and black women. So this video is to show you that I'm here for the black men. I don't want to have black men always, all black men ain't ish, all black men are F-boys, all black men are cheaters, and so on and so on. And that's not the case, because other races deal with the same thing. It's just that their women tend to be on their side. They're not going to ish on their men, just like we shouldn't ish on our men, ladies. So just be there for your man. Talk to your man, or even if it's your friend, if you feel like he's in a male attention, talk to him. Don't talk at him. Let him talk. Let him pour out his feelings if he feels comfortable with you. Of course, if he feels comfortable with you, and just let him talk. And when the man gets comfortable, trust me, a man act like he's not emotional. Yes, y'all just as emotional than women are these days. And to a certain degree, it's okay, but sometimes I need to kind of control it. Sometimes, like I said, with this whole male attention thing, it's kind of like you taking on a feminine role, and that's not attractive. That's kind of a turnoff, and not even a kind of a turnoff. It is a turnoff when you're seeking out attention as a man and you're acting as a woman. I'm not saying you're acting like you're gay or nothing, but when I say acting like a woman, it's just you taking on female characteristics. And women do tend to take on male characteristics. We tend to be a little more aggressive and not as feminine as certain people feel like we should. But, again, this is not going to be a long video. This was just something I just wanted to put out. Comment if you feel like I missed anything, or ways that men should acknowledge being a male attention whore, and how to counsel that completely. And again, take this video as not as me bashing you, but just me giving my little 2 cents. So again, that's it. This is India Michelle. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on social media and Instagram at India_Michelle, and Snapchat at India.94. See you next time. Bye-bye.